Power of attorney. Some of you may be familiar with this. For example, if you have an elderly family member, they can give power of attorney to someone else to make decisions on their behalf. That's just somewhere you may have seen this in your own life, kind of tying that in. Now, this is a legal concept that allows an individual, the principal, to authorize another person, such as the agent or attorney in fact, to act on their behalf in legal and business matters. It relates closely to agency law, but again, this does stem outside of agency law. Like I said, dealing with elderly care and elderly law and all of that, but we're focusing more so about agency law. It's going to create a principal-agent relationship between the two parties. I mean, yeah, if I'm 80 years old and I sign my decision-making responsibilities off to my kid, that I'm the principal and the kid is the agent. Some points to keep in mind. Well, the power of attorney can be limited or general, so it could be for something specific, or it could just be general, make all decisions for me, depending on the scope of authority granted by the principal to the agent. The power of attorney document must be in writing and signed by the principal. Keep in mind that only the principal has to sign it. The agent must have the legal capacity to act as the principal's representative, and they must act in good faith and in the best interests. They have to be a fiduciary. The power of attorney can be revoked by the principal at any time, as long as they have the legal capacity to do so. The power of attorney ends upon the death or incapacity of the principal, unless it is a durable power of attorney that is going to say otherwise. It's just customized. You can make any document say anything. Incapacity, just a general note, this comes up a lot, whether it's contract law, bankruptcy, agency law. It's if you can't make a decision, if you're in a coma, if there's anything, if you're in jail, stuff. There's a lot of different ways you could be incapacitated, and that's generally going to be determined for you. You're not going to have to determine if someone's incapacitated. Next, the agent must act within the scope of their authority, and they cannot exceed the authority granted to them by the principal. Makes sense. And lastly, the principal is still responsible for any legal or financial obligations that the agent undertakes on their behalf. So if you're 80 years old, you sign away your rights to your kid goes and racks up a $10,000 credit card bill on your name, that's still your responsibility. Sorry to tell you. Moving on to our examples of power of attorney, we've got limited or general power of attorney. Now, a principal grants a limited power of attorney to an agent to manage only their real estate transactions. This could be anything, it doesn't have to be real estate. I could hire an employee or general contractor for one specific thing, whereas you could have a general power of attorney, which authorizes the agent to handle all legal and financial matters for the principal. Maybe I have a very trustworthy secretary or administrative assistant who I hire, and they deal with pretty much all of my stuff. I say, hey, go handle all this for me, right? Incredibly wealthy. Go handle everything in my life. Just take care of it for me. Written and signed document. Well, principal prepares a power of attorney document that clearly outlines the agent's authority. Probably has a lawyer review it. It's not required, but I would say it probably should be required. Signs it and has it notarized or witnessed as per local requirements. Now, only the principal must sign this. It normally limits the power to specific transactions. Legal capacity and good faith. An adult child is so not a man child, not someone 26-year-old sitting in the basement screaming at the TV, video games, right? No, we're talking about a child of parents, but they are an adult. They're given power of attorney by their elderly parent to manage any financial matters. And elderly parent, maybe they just don't know what's going on. They're on vacation, they're on a cruise, or they just don't want to deal with it anymore. The child must have the legal capacity to act as the representative, must act in good faith, prioritizing the parent's best interests. Revocation, a principal still having legal capacity decides they no longer want the agent to act on their behalf, and they revoke the power of attorney by signing a revocation document and notifying the agent. Kind of similar to contract law when you want to revoke a contract. Also kind of similar to when you have apparent authority and all of those sorts of activities where you want to make sure that no one is going to see your agent, your former agent, as your agent anymore, so you let everyone know what the deal is there. Termination, a power of attorney ends when the principal dies or becomes incapacitated, unless it's a durable power of attorney. Now, in the case of a durable power of attorney, the agent continues to act on behalf of the principal even after they become incapacitated. So just different situations to see here, be familiar with. Scope of authority, a principal grants an agent the power of attorney to manage financial matters, but not healthcare decisions. So again, this is not specific. It's not like scope of authority means that specifically not healthcare. This is just an example. So I could have an agent dealing with my financial matters, but specifically saying, nope, nothing to deal with financial. If there's anything financial, that's something I'll deal with. The agent cannot legally make healthcare decisions on behalf of the principal as it goes beyond their authorized scope. Very important there. Principal's responsibility as an agent acting under power of attorney enters into a contract on behalf of the principal. Now, the principal still remains responsible for fulfilling the contract's terms and obligations, even though the agent was the one who executed it. Lots of these, just we'll see a lot. We'll see important points kind of broken out, written in different ways, but really on the same sort of ideas, same mentality going through. And that's just how the law works. We got a lot of contract law, a lot of agency law that overlaps. Hey there! Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material? We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.